Well, Hugh Douglas, my former teammate, we are here to, I don't know, man. We're here to break down Eagles legends versus Falcons legends in this EA matchup in Madden football, man. I'm excited about getting a chance to watch this simulation game against, two organizations that I had the honor to play for 7 years here in Philadelphia, 2 years to end my career down there in Atlanta. You're working down in the Atlanta area, so you know what it's like for those Falcon fans, and you are an Eagle great. What's your thoughts about, these two organizations getting a chance to match up against each other? We have postseason history with each other.
Yeah, man, you know what? It's funny. It's like I'm wondering how I got to be on the Falcon side, which I'm not complaining about because I do work here. But you actually played for the Falcons for 2 years. And I guess since you're in Philadelphia, by default, it's the right thing to do. But, man, you know what? I'm excited about it, man. You know, the difference between this fan base here in Atlanta and the fan base in Philadelphia is that it's a party in the parking lot all year long. Like, in December down here in the A, we in the parking lot hanging out, we're dancing, we're having fun. We get a little flack for not going into the stadium, but that's how much this city loves this team. Everybody can't afford a ticket to the Falcons, but they all support the Falcons. So it's a great place to be, man. So it's going to be fun. Two passionate fan bases. I can't wait to get it on. And it's Saturday. We're coronavirus down. We're quarantined down. We ain't got nothing to do. Let's play some football, man.
I love it. I can't wait to get into this game and look at the quarterbacks. The quarterbacks that the fan base has selected. I guess it's not a big surprise that Atlanta went with Michael Vick. I know Matt Ryan led the Atlanta Falcons to the Super Bowl. But when you're talking about Madden football, Michael Vick may be the ultimate Madden football player as far as being difficult to defend. And then with the Eagles selection at the quarterback position, they had an opportunity to go with either Donovan McNabb, Carson Wentz, or Randall Cunningham. And true to form, this Eagle fan base knows this football. Quite frankly, who was on the cover of Sports Illustrated as the ultimate weapon? That was none other than Randall Cunningham. And Randall Cunningham paved the way for guys like Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, Lamar Jackson, guys that we're seeing in the NFL that are dual threats. I can't wait to break this game down. Both of these defenses will have their work cut out for them because both of these quarterbacks have the ability to beat you with their arm. More importantly, they are super dangerous with their legs.
But let's be honest, though. When you look at the stats down here in Atlanta between Michael Vick and Matt Ryan, come on, man. There's no comparison. But, Ike, that's in the real world. We're talking about Madden.
Yes.
You play a whole lot of Madden, man. And in the video game world, it's totally different. I heard in this new game, the 2020 version, they have a glitch where the quarterback or whatever it is, he can run the ball all over the place. Can you imagine having Michael Vick on that roster with the cannon that he has, the cannon of an arm that he has, with Julio Jones, Terrence Mathis, and guys like that, Roddy White, and to be able to run, dude, you can't pass up that matchup, man. It's not the real world, but it's the video game, and in the video game, Michael Vick is the man.
Well, both of these guys would fit seamlessly into today's NFL as the quarterback position has evolved into sort of a dual threat. This Eagles defense, Reggie White, guys like yourself, Hugh Douglas, Jeremiah Trotter, Brian Dawkins, Troy Vincent, Eric Allen, we have our work cut out for us trying to stop Michael Vick. So enough breaking down the game, Hugh. Let's actually get to the game action.
Let's get to the action, man. Let's see what happens.
And you almost forget about T.O. being a part of this offense. So I'm excited to see some of the offensive weapons that Randall's going to have at his disposal. But I think the key matchup, as we're going to get a chance to see with this first series, will be this Eagles defense going up against Michael Vick and that offense.
And, playing in the vet, you can just imagine how loud it is in that place. Michael Vick walks on the field, and I can hear Jim Johnson say it right now. Damn it, Douglas. You better keep contained. You can't go out there doing that cowboy stuff that you used to do. You got to go out there and you got to keep contained. If I'm starting, because you got Trent Cole out there too. So he's the man on the field at this point.
Well, I got one correction for you. We're at the link. We're not at the vet.
Well, you know what? You're right. I got so excited. I thought we were at the. You know how you at the vet? It was rocking.
Well, that's where you and I spent most of our playing days for the Eagles. It was at the link. So they have this plush accommodation here at Lincoln Financial Field. It's on grass. Maybe this will help to slow down Michael Vick a little bit. It's good to see they started off with a throw there. That probably caught the Eagles defense by surprise a little bit there, thinking that the Falcons would come out and run the ball. But I'm looking at some of these defensive players. I see Asante Samuel. I see Brian Dawkins. There's Malcolm Jenkins out there. I see Jerome Brown, Reggie White. You know, this defense, I'm excited to see how they play against Mike.
Yeah, and it's funny because you can look at initially the defense thought that it was going to be a run play as well. And that's why they kind of hunkered down a little bit. But Michael Vick is coming out and he's throwing the ball. Kind of surprised at that, especially when you look at the kind of ability that he had.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, the Falcons coming out with a little bit of a different game plan. My old teammate right there, Warrick Dunn, I'm surprised they hadn't given the ball to Warrick Dunn just yet to get him going. But, the Falcons have a few running backs at their disposal. Jamal Anderson. You remember the Dirty Bird when we came into the league. The Dirty Bird was doing his thing, right?
When we came to Atlanta the year they went to the Super Bowl, it was like 7-9 or something like that. And they just kept handing the ball to Jamal, and I'm like, good googly movie. That man was hard to tackle, bro. He was hard to tackle.
Yeah, and I'm imagining, right? Mike's a guy that he loves to work the middle of the field. And when you look at an Algie Crumpler, right? Algie Crumpler, big tight end, could run block, as well as he had deceptive speed. So I'm interested in seeing how our linebackers sort of match up with Algie Crumpler. Here's I believe Jamal Anderson. Nice run there. They come out with a couple throws early. And I think they surprised the Eagles, so the Eagles may have sort of backed off, not expecting to run. Good run there by Jamal Anderson.
Yeah, you can tell the right defensive end getting up the field a little bit too much. I hope that's not me. Gets walled out the play, leaves his assignment, and they get to a big game. I hope that wasn't me on the field that did that.
Damn it, Hugh, play the run. Play the run, Hugh.
Send that passing, son. But you know how it is, the first 12, you're not really into your game plan just yet. So you're really trying to, just get everything going. And on that play, you see Michael Vick gets the sack. Reggie White comes up with the big play, the big fella.
How about that? The Falcons decide to use 2 tight ends, 2 backs, and 1 wide receiver, and they still can't pick up Reggie White. They're looking to hit. That's either Julio Jones out there or Roddy White. That's probably Julio Jones. So they try to max protect to give Michael time against this ferocious front line. And, I mean, let's face it. He's talking about trying to block the greatest defensive end in the history of the game. And that's going to be hard to do.
Man, listen, I remember when Reggie White was getting ready to go to Carolina, and there was rumors that he was coming back to Philadelphia. And I remember going into Big Red's office and saying, Coach, because it was more of a selfish reason. I wanted to just say I played with Reggie White 1 year. And Big Red was like, Andy Reid was like, hey, man, he's a little bit older now. He doesn't have it left in the tank. But, boy, just to say that I had the opportunity to play with Reggie White, that's all I wanted to say, man. Just to be on the other side of that guy, he was a beast.
Oh, man, to me, he's obviously the greatest defensive end in the history of the game. And you can make an argument he's one of the top 3 to 5 players at any position when you're just talking about dominating your position. I mean, that was Reggie White. Reggie White was the standard that everybody tried to live up to and measure to, and he was a guy that played the run and the pass.
Yeah, and you're talking about he had that hump move, man, that you knew it was coming every play, right, but you couldn't stop it. And some guy, William Fuller, another Philadelphia Eagle defensive lineman, used to do that, but nobody did that hump move like Reggie White did it. Nobody.
Now listen, I got to give the Falcons some credit. Now they're running against a pretty good front 7 there, and that was a great tackle by former Eagle great and all-time great Concrete Charlie Chuck Bednarik. See, when you see that number 60 out there,
you already know who it is. You know who it is.
Yeah, that's not a defensive lineman. That's a middle linebacker. And to have Concrete Charlie out there with Jeremiah Trotter, man, that's 2 of the best right there.
Well, I tell you, I just remember some of the times when we used to play with Trot, man. Trot had the nickname Center Killer. Trot was one of those. Like, and we still to this day, people confuse me and Jeremiah Trot. I'm like, nah, Trot played linebacker. But Trot used to give those centers fits. We used to call him center killer. He was a beast, man.
Man, nice job here. So Eagles get a stop. They're up 3-0. And who we have right there?
That was Jesse Tuggle, the hammer.
Oh, man,
Jesse on that play.
Tuggle. Yes, sir, Jesse Tuggle. And when you came down, it's funny, when I left Philadelphia and Atlanta decided to sign me, I don't know why I thought I was going to get to wear number 58. I don't know why I thought that. And they thought wrong. I thought wrong. No, listen, they immediately told me, no, number 58 is already up in the rafters. And that number belongs to the hammer, Jesse Tuggle.
Yeah, you got LaShawn McCoy in this play. It's got a nice little game. Run against. Now, listen, the Falcons got a formidable defense as well. You know, you got John Abraham out there on the corners. You got Jesse Tuggle in the middle, man. They got some pretty good players up front themselves.
Now, listen, Shady McCoy is the all-time leading rusher in franchise history for the Eagles. So I'm kind of interested in seeing what our backfield, who all made this team, because you got Shady, you got B. West, you got, Wilbur Montgomery, you have so many great running backs. You got Deuce Staley. This is going to be difficult for Atlanta's defense to try to hone in on the Eagles' running game, a very underrated running game when you look at the caliber of backs that have played for the Philadelphia Eagles.
You talk about LaShawn McCoy, you talk about Deuce Staley, you talk about two thumpers that can catch the ball out of the backfield. And then you talk about Brian Westbrook. Listen, remember the year that Brian Westbrook, we were sitting in the press box, we were both retired. And Brian Westbrook had the best season that he ever had. He had like 2,000 all-purpose yards.
Yeah.
And we sat there, and I remember you saying vividly, he was like, Hugh, that's hard to do. It's going to be hard for him to have another season like that. And then to be in that moment and to see now, as you look through the NFL and how hard it is to have 2,000 all-purpose yards for a career for a running back, you were right. It's a tough thing to do.
And some people will tell you that B. West is the best running back in franchise history, and obviously you and I, we're partial to B. West as he was our former teammate, so we certainly would give him kudos. But
shout out to Little Boots. We raised that kid. We raised that guy.
Yeah, when you're talking about Shady, Wilbur Montgomery, Deuce Staley, some of the other great backs that have played here. Look at the wide receivers here also. That's Harold Carmichael, recently inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He should go in there this summer. We'll have his enshrinement out there in Canton, Ohio. But here's the thing. I don't know if Randall will test Deion Sanders over there, right? Like you don't necessarily throw the ball at number 21.
Listen, don't tempt fate, man. Listen, you're running the ball well.
Oh, hold on, real quick. Shady just got injured.
Who's that?
Shady was injured on that play right there.
Yeah, hey, listen, bruh. Deion Sanders, what do they say? Deion Sanders and anybody in the secondary, it really doesn't matter because he was that dude. You don't want to tempt fate. You still got a nice little stable of running backs back there. So you can still, technically, it's still early in the game. You can still keep the ball on the ground. We're almost out of the first quarter. So just keep it honest. It ain't no need to go big gamble right now. And that, like I said, that pass rush can get out a little bit. You got Grady Jarrett up front. You got Babineau. Grady Jarrett's a grown man. Almost added a grown man.
Well, here's the funny thing, right? Having played for both of those organizations, I'm actually noticing a couple of my former teammates out there with the Falcons as well. You're talking about Keith Brooking, outstanding linebacker.
Yeah, Georgia Tech.
Yep, class of 1998. We came out together. You mentioned Jonathan Babineau was a great teammate of mine when I was down there. And even John Abraham. You got John Abraham out there, number 55. Is one of the defensive ends.
John Abraham had a knack for getting to the quarterback, man, like no other defensive end that I have ever seen. It was like John, when he was down there, it was a time where he didn't play every down for the Falcons, but when he got out there on the field, he made use of the time that he had, man. He would just get to the quarterback like it was his job because basically like it was. And we'll give a shout out to Grady Jarrett real quick because I don't know if you know this, but Grady Jarrett, mama fine. Just wanted to put that out there.
Wow, boy. I tell you, I see Chuck Smith out there too.
That's my man, Dr. Rush. Dr. Rush doing
Dr.
his thing.
Rush, Chuck Smith out there. So, yeah, man, this is a pretty good matchup, man. You got a couple of Hall of Famers on on the Eagles side of the ball. You got some Hall of Famers on the Falcons side of the ball as well. No surprise that this is
Wait a minute, hey, did you see that? Who came through there like a freight train?
Well, that was none other than Jesse Tuggle, the hammer. You got B. West.
Googly moogly.
Brian Westbrook in the backfield now. Here's what I want to see, though. We're getting closer. We're about to, 34? Oh, we have 37-yard line, 38-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got T.O. out there with Deion Sanders. Do we try it one time? Oh!
Ooh. Hey, you spoke it up. You don't want to do that. Hey, you don't want to do that. This first quarter in this game, even though it's a virtual game, I've gotten kind of excited. It's pretty well matched up. Evenly matched. Both teams have great pass rush, playing great in the secondary. This has turned out to be a pretty good first quarter.
Here's what I'm a little surprised at. Nice throw right there to the great Zach Ertz, who is having a fantastic career, off to a great start, tight end Zach Ertz. I'm surprised that I haven't seen Randall take off yet. I haven't seen he's sitting back there throwing the ball. He hasn't really decided to run yet.
Neither one of those quarterbacks. You know why? Because they're no dummies. Right? You're talking about defenses that are getting up the field. And they're liable, I said liable, to take your head off if you get caught slipping. You don't want to do that. That'll probably come later in the game. You want to try to give it to the guys that are used to running in the trenches, the big running backs and everything, and try to keep this game honest. Still a lot of football left to be played.
Yeah, nice job here. And when and because scoring will probably be at a premium, they're not going to be able to score as much. You probably don't want to take unnecessary chances.
You really don't.
You got to get the points where you can get the points at.
You got a flag on play like a little offsides.
Hold on, is that Trey?
Come on, big dog.
Come on, big dog.
You're talking about somebody going through practice every day. Trey used to cheat in practice, man.
Hold on, Barry. You got Barry Brooks out there. I see Barry Brooks out there.
Yeah.
You got Mike Quick.
In one-on-ones, Che used to cheat because he used to do stuff in one-on-ones that you wouldn't do in the game just to win the one-on-one. But that's my dog. Shout out to Trey Thomas. He made me a better player for it, though. Uh-oh. Eagles score first blood.
That in? Did they get in?
Look like it. If not, they got it at the one. Who's that? Harold Carmichael.
That's Carmichael.
Big Carmichael. Hey, you know what? When you talk about the matchup, Harold Carmichael is a matchup nightmare. You're talking about a 6'3", 6'4" receiver that can run.
Yes, sir.
That was a play. Like, they looked like a tight end on that one. They didn't made Harold a little heavy on this game, didn't they? Looked like a tight end.
Well, here's the thing. Check this out. You got Harold Carmichael. You got Mike Quick. You got Terrell Owens. And you got Tommy McDonald out there.
Oh, man.
I mean, Mike Quick would have been a Hall of Fame receiver had his career not been cut short early due to injuries. So you're talking about 4 potential Hall of Fame wide receivers. B. West goes in for the touchdown. Way to go, Little Boots. Touchdown.
Little Boots.
All right, now, hey, Hugh, it's 10-0 Eagles.
You think it's going to be a rout? Hey, listen. Michael Vick still hasn't taken off. Julio Jones is a fourth quarter nightmare. Hey, I wouldn't sell these Falcons out too soon, man. I'm telling you, this team, if they keep it honest and they keep it close in the fourth quarter, that's when Julio Jones, he makes it tough for you.
David Akers, Jason Peters out there. There's Hugh Douglas.
Big fella, look at him.
Hugh Douglas, go talk to Little Boots.
Yeah, and Little Boots, good job. Hey, make my job a little bit easier. You know me at this point, I'm just wanting to get one more touchdown so we can just pass rush all day.
Exactly. Time to go hunt, get to the quarterback.
Basically.
Also the coaches, they went with Doug Peterson and Dan Quinn.
With Doug looked like he got a little big red action going there. Like he got a little heavy.
Hey, let's face it, when you win a Super Bowl, you deserve to be the all-time coach.
Because you're not paying for any meals.
When you win the Super Bowl, you are the all-time coach.
Is that prime time back there returning?
Yes, it is. Kick it out of the end zone.
Problem.
Kick it out of the end zone.
This might be a problem. If he pulls, okay. You remember when he played for Dallas? I think this was their first year when they came to Philly.
Yes, sir.
And they routed us.
Yes, sir. And listen, my claim to fame off of that was, well, at least I was in the highlight when he scored the touchdown. I was in the background when he scored that touchdown. When he ran that punt return back on us.
I think that was the first time, because it was a Monday night game, I think, and that was the first time he played Dallas.
Yep.
And they put Larry Allen out there at tackle. Bruh.
Was that 38-34-0 on Monday night?
Let me tell you, Larry Allen folded me like a tent, like out there on the goal line. And I told him, like, I was like, I didn't run. But I didn't run, though, Larry. I didn't run. He was a beast. I know we never played the Dallas Cowboys, but when he was there, when Deion was there with them.
Hold on, dude. I want you to take a look at that defensive line I just saw. I just saw a defensive line with Reggie White, Fletcher Cox, Jerome Brown, and Hugh Douglas.
Man.
Come on, man.
I played with some pretty good D tackles, but to play with Jerome Brown, the stories that I used to hear about Jerome Brown, man, I would have loved to play with that guy.
Man.
And Fletcher Cox and what he brings to the table with the Philadelphia Eagles winning a Super Bowl, man. You know what? You're born in the era that you're born in, but I would have loved to play with those guys. You know what I mean? I would have loved to have been around to play with those guys.
I got to imagine, right? I got to imagine Dan Quinn is over there looking at this Eagles defense and saying, it's going to be tough to nickel and dime them all the way down the field. He's going to have to take a shot deep here somewhere.
At some point.
Oh,
there you go. And who was that? Hey, who did he throw to?
That's got to be Julio over there.
I think so.
Julio or Roddy White. The problem is you got another guy who should be in the Hall of Fame, and Eric Allen out there at cornerback, along with probably Troy Vincent on the other side. So real quick, Hugh, recap, first quarter in the books. We had a David Akers field goal, and we had a Brian Westbrook touchdown set up by a big throw and catch to Harold Carmichael. Eagles up 10-0 so far.
It's been a good first quarter, man. I tell you, it's been exciting. Not a whole lot of big plays, but as you can see, the Falcons are starting to open it up a little bit.
Yeah,
throw the ball down the field. They're getting comfortable. Like I said, never count that man out, Julio Jones. He's waking up.
Yeah, Julio is definitely always a threat. And then you got Roddy White, Andre Rison, guys like Terrence Mathis out there as well. So I'm assuming that the Falcons offense will start to try to take a few more chances here and just see what they can get down the field. It's going to be hard to just nickel and dime, but if you take a shot up top, they may be able to get one with these big wide receivers.
And I tell you what, Ike, the one thing that is a constant, like just like that, Michael Vick, he's always a threat to take off. So as a defensive lineman, you don't want to get too crafty with that pass rush. You want to stay in your pass rush lanes. Like I said, I can hear Jim Johnson saying right now that you have to stay in your pass rush lane. You got to keep your pass rush integrity.
Forcing to his right? That was our game plan.
That was the game plan. Because he doesn't throw his great from his right.
Yeah.
But you got to keep those pass rush lanes, and you got to pass rush and kind of hold your position and make sure he doesn't take off, because right here he's looking to take off. And the defensive end, the right defensive end, losing. I can tell you right now, I'm coming off the field. I'm coming off the field. I'm getting reprimanded. It's a wrap.
Getting yelled at. Yeah. No doubt.
Every time. Femi Douglas, what are you doing?
Check this out, though, Hugh. When we watch live NFL today, right? I mean, Michael Vick would be a perfect quarterback in today's NFL. I mean, when you watch what Lamar Jackson was able to do last year, and I never thought I would see a quarterback as electrifying as the two that are playing in this simulation game. I mean, Randall Cunningham, when we were growing up, he was the most electrifying quarterback. And then Michael Vick took it to a whole nother level. And then now Lamar Jackson, my God, Lamar Jackson. I mean, he threw for 36 touchdowns, over 3,000 yards, and rushed for over 1,000 yards last year. Wow, I just can't imagine being a defense trying to stop that caliber of a player.
Can you imagine Michael Vick? Lamar Jackson's a phenomenal player, and he's changed the way that the game is going. He's evolved the game. He's a part of the reason why the game's evolving. But could you imagine if Michael Vick married the two of becoming the quarterback that he became when he was in Philadelphia, and having the talent that he had in Atlanta? You know, Atlanta fans, you would have a Super Bowl, especially in the year that he played in. No question about that, man, because it seemed like as he got older, he calmed down a little bit. He started to study a little bit more, and he became more of a student of the game. Yeah. You talk about the way defenses have evolved now. Defensive linemen don't play on the field. They're not on the field for 60 snaps like they used to be. The most you can get in the game, because they're two platooning now, is 30, 35 snaps a game. Everything is so specialized now because offenses have evolved to the point where, you know, you have quarterbacks like Michael Vick, Lamar Jackson, and guys like that are wearing your defensive linemen out. So you got to keep them fresh. You got to keep those guys in the rotation.
Hold on, who's that 89? Was that Tony Gonzalez?
Tony Gonzalez is out there doing his thing.
Yeah, you probably got Tony Gonzalez and Algie Crumpler down there.
I can tell you what, man. Tony Gonzalez, what I remember about him was in Kansas City. Tony Gonzalez didn't like to block. He could catch the football now.
Yeah.
He wasn't about that blocking life. He would get in your way. He did a great job of getting your way, but Tony Gonzalez wanted to run routes. He wanted to get running routes.
And I'm not sure there are many tight ends that did it better than Tony Gonzalez.
Oh, no, man. You know what when you talk about tight ends that, for whatever reason, when they have that basketball background, it's because they know how to position their body and things like that, it just seems like it's easier for them to play that position and have a lot of success at that position.
Yeah, I'm looking. These windows to throw in are going to be pretty tight right now. That Eagles back seven, and making it difficult for Mike to find a window. I'm looking for a quarterback draw or a nice run here.
Yeah, it looks like a quarterback draw right here because he has the speed. That right there is a cakewalk for him into the end zone. Hold it. Oh. Defensive end. See, come on, man. Why y'all this? Hey, it's a wrap.
They keep coming to your side.
Yeah, because they know he's a little bit undisciplined. He's a little bit undisciplined over there playing that right there. You know what it is? You peek your head inside a little bit. You can't keep your head inside. You got to keep your head to the outside. You peek your head and got caught.
Where you going? You going Ward done here? Oh, no, they're going to throw it.
Oh, okay. You know what they're coming with next now. You that close. You know everything down there trying to throw the ball. Everything is condensed. It happens too fast. Quarterback draw next play. I can see that coming because it parted the Red Sea a little bit. They're probably going to come back to that play.
I'm surprised, man. You got Jamal Anderson back there. He's a big back. You got T.J. Duckett on the roster. I'm surprised they haven't tried to run this thing in. Well, maybe they feel like they can't run against that Eagles front
Jerome
four.
Brown and Fletcher.
Yeah.
Oh, they're just going to settle for the field goal here.
You got to get the points. Yep. You got to take the points. All right, so you got the Falcons on the board. Hey, that's a good drive by the Falcons. I'm pretty sure. A little disappointed they couldn't get it in the end zone, but nevertheless, still a good drive to move down and get some.
It is not bad. We still got another half of football to play. You're down 7 points. Anything can happen. Keep it close. That's what I'm saying, man. Julio Jones in the fourth quarter. Yeah. I mean, that's your go-to. You still haven't thrown the ball to Roddy White yet. He hasn't had a reception yet, so there's still some opportunity there.
And, man, let me tell you about – I played with Roddy. Roddy came there. He got drafted the year I came to Atlanta. And you're talking about a young player that he just had so much raw talent. He was so strong. Just had inconsistencies of being able to catch the ball. Mm-hmm. And, man, by the time he hit that third year, oh, man, he was one of the best wide receivers in football. By the time he hit year 3, I mean, he was a Pro Bowl, one of the top receivers in football.
I remember you telling me that because, you know, a lot of times when we talk football, because you are one of the smartest guys I know when it comes to this game. And we would talk about
appreciate that, brother.
No, it's the truth. And I remember you used to talk about Roddy White and how special he was for the Atlanta Falcons. You know, wasn't he the fastest guy out there, but knew how to get open and was strong like that. See, that's the thing about playing that position, and that's why you have so many receivers that are Hall of Famers that weren't first-round draft picks.
Right.
It's not all about speed. Speed is great, and when you have a receiver that has that kind of speed, it's phenomenal. But you have a guy that understands the route tree, knows how to get open, and has strong hands. You know, I thought it was funny when I used to hear the story about Jerry Rice and there was another young receiver in the NFL now. His name escapes me. That was catching bricks in the
Catching bricks, yeah.
Bruh, I thought it was funny, but when you think about it, when you squeezing those bricks and catching the football, it's easy.
That's easy. Yeah, it makes it easy.
Brick,
sure.
Bro. You catching brick.
Nice play. Oh, get the ball to T.O.
Okay.
There he is. Get the ball to T.O.
And so now you see they're starting to try to open up the offense a little bit. T.O., man, can't say enough about that guy. The one game that I remember about T.O., and you remember we were playing the Baltimore Ravens, and 5 was under assault. Donovan McNabb. Okay.
Yeah.
It was one play. It was on we were getting ready. We were in scoring position. Donovan was under assault. I think Ray Lewis hit him. He got the ball off. It was going into the dirt. T.O. was coming on a crossing route. He scooped that thing up off the turf.
Yeah.
For a touchdown. I was like, good googly move. This guy right here is the truth. Not the truth. The truth.
The truth with an F. I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. I mean, for my money, I would only put Jerry Rice in front of him. I mean, that's for my money. I think he's the second best wide receiver to ever play the game because he was so complete as a wide receiver. He just wasn't speed, and he was faster than most people thought he was, but he was so strong, he was so big, and he was so difficult to tackle after he caught the ball. Man, I know Randy Moss gets put up there above him, but not for me. T.O., only Jerry Rice is better than T.O. in my opinion.
Yeah, man, you talk about a guy who didn't mind, putting his hands on you when he had the chance, and it was bigger than most of the running backs. I mean, played against.
Yep.
See Randall. Randall took off. We missed it a little bit. Randall took off for a nice little game.
Nice little 20.
Now they're starting to get a little comfortable. Look at that.
Nice little 24-yard run. And this is kind of what I wanted to see. I kind of wanted to see, since the fans selected these two running backs, these two quarterbacks, I wanted to see them be that dual threat. So I'm happy Randall is starting to take off and use his legs a little bit more. Because believe me, you can't make a living throwing the ball at Deion Sanders. So you're gonna make too many balls over there.
The second half is gonna be an exciting second half coming up. We got 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. But the second half, I think that's when it's really gonna open up. Oh, hello.
Hold on, get down, Randall. Get down.
Hold on. That's what you call. That was the hammer back there. Hello. That was gonna be a decleater.
Oh, it's good to see Shady's back in the game. Okay, we got Jason Kelsey out there. Who else we got? I'm just trying to see the numbers that we got out there to see what type of Eagles, see which Eagles they have out there on the field.
2nd and 5.
Oh, we're going screenplay.
Hey, that was a dangerous play. Hey, that was pretty dangerous right there. That's how plays like that get your quarterback killed. Especially if he's trying to hold on to let the play develop. That'll get you hurt.
And Westbrook is one of the best screen running backs to ever play the game, along with like LaDainian Tomlinson. Guys catching the ball out of the backfield.
Don't forget, what's that one guy Marshall Faulk? Marshall Faulk was a beast.
Yes, Lord.
Remember the NFC Championship game? And you talk about the second half. We go into the half like we're winning. And then all of a sudden,
feeling good about ourselves.
Good about going to the Super Bowl. And all of a sudden, all I saw for the whole second half was the back of Marshall Faulk jersey. They ran the hell out that screen. Like, there you go. Somebody get that man. Somebody get him.
Oh, touchdown.
Touchdown.
Who we got there? Randall.
Like Zach Ertz. Was that Selleck?
That's Brent Selleck. Yeah.
Okay, Selleck.
We got Brent Selleck in there. Yeah. Okay. Hey, man, Falcons better pick it up. The Eagles starting to...
They're starting to roll a little bit. They're getting the tight ends involved, and you got two good ones. Starting to get the tight ends involved.
Starting to fly, Eagles fly. It's starting to look good. Yeah, see, that's Brent Selleck right there. Yeah, that's Brent Selleck right there. Yeah, 17-3, man. What's up with your Falcons?
I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that question, because I'm torn. Like I'm sitting here torn right now. I'm kind of like, go Eagles, damn it, man, come on, five. You know what I mean? I'm in the middle, so I didn't really have any sharp commentary. I'm in what they call a catch-22.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Thanks for putting me on the spot like that. Appreciate it.
always got to make it a little uncomfortable. You always got to make it uncomfortable.
It's cool. I'm like, yeah. Come on, Falcons. Come on, man. Come on now. Come on now.
No, you know me, man. I still got love for the Falcons, man. I still got love for the Dirty Birds, man.
I tell you what, man, it's a great place to be, man. Great team. Coach Quinn has done a tremendous job down here. Like I said, man, can't say enough about the fan base, man. I have met most of my friends are Falcons fans. That throw monster tailgates. Shout out to the Hellgators. They used to be out there tailgate every week, man. They would have it set up where they put the carpet down, they do the barbecue. They got the DJ Calvin, the coordinator, out there doing it big. Yeah. So shout out to the Hellgators. That's anywhere around the park, man. You see these great tailgates, and people are just out there having a great time. It ain't all about the football game. They go to support, but it's all about the camaraderie. It's all about the fan base. It's all about just hanging out, man. Great place to be.
Oh, man, you see Weapon X? Dalton just almost took off the running back's head there. I always say this about my time in Atlanta. The Atlanta Falcons aren't necessarily a team you would hate and root against unless you're a New Orleans Saints fan, right?
Oh, yeah, so I know, listen, that hatred right there, that's real. That's real.
Believe me, I know. I got to experience it for 2 years, so believe me, I know what it's like. But I always say about the Falcons organization, Arthur Blank, a tremendous owner, one of the best owners in all of football, cares about all his players, cares about that fan base down there. It's truly what you would want as a fan base from an owner. Arthur Blank is what an owner should be all about. So I always say when I get a chance to talk about my time in Atlanta, I got nothing but good memories. We didn't win as much when I was down there as I thought we would, because I actually thought when I didn't re-sign with the Eagles and Atlanta showed the most interest in me, I viewed the Atlanta Falcons at that time in 2005 as a young Philadelphia Eagles team, like we were in 2000. So yeah. I kind of thought the Falcons were at the beginning of what would be a great run. You know, Mike was still young as a quarterback. To me, he could only get better. They had a lot of good young players surrounding him. And I kind of thought that, you know what, Atlanta would be that team that would make that climb like the Falcons did. Like the Eagles did. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for us that way. But my 2 years I spent down there, man, I thoroughly enjoyed my time there. Got nothing but good things to say about the organization and the city. My daughter was born there. My father was born there and is from there. So when I talk about the Atlanta Falcons and the Atlanta fan base, nothing but good things to say about those guys down there.
Yeah, man, and since I've been here, I've seen the passion. Seen the disappointment when things don't go their way. So I can't say anything bad about it either, man.
And the crazy thing is,
the only time it's been a little tough for me, not to cut you off, is when the Falcons and the Eagles play, and I just have to sit back and just kind of be quiet. I gotta be quiet because I have those great friends of mine say, "Who you got this weekend, cuz?"
Right.
And I like the fact that we're friends, so I just kind of keep my fandom to myself, and I bleed green, but out of respect for the people that show me love and I got love for, I just sit back and I don't root that weekend.
Yeah, no, listen, I totally understand it, man, and I always I have empathy for you when the Eagles and the Falcons somehow link up, and they seem to play each other an awful lot.
In the playoffs. The year the Eagles went to the Super Bowl, I got so much heat because at that point it's the playoffs. I got to make a pick. It's kind of my job.
A nice play by the Axeman, Jeremiah Trotter.
Axeman,
Jeremiah Trotter.
Yeah, and so I had to make a choice. Ooh. Good hit.
One of my favorite one of my favorite teammates that I ever played with, right there, number 28, Ward Dunn. Good dude, great in the community. Man, was a great teammate when I played with him. Obviously, Jeremiah.
Still down here doing his thing. Still down here working in the city doing his thing.
Yes, always been a pillar of the community, man. Love playing with WD.
And here we go. Defense breaks down. Michael Vick gains a few yards. The good thing about this Philadelphia defense right now, he's running the ball. He's running the ball. Michael Vick is getting his yards, but he's not gashing. You know, you're not letting him gash you, because you've seen in the past that he can gash you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the tough thing is going to be trying to run against that front seven of the Eagles. You know, you got yourself out there. We talked about all the other guys. It's just hard. I mean, when you think about the Eagles as an organization, we pride ourselves, and you know this, it's about the defense. I mean, it's always been about the defense, from the Concrete Charlie days to the Bill Berge days, to the Reggie White, Seth Joyner, Jerome Brown, Eric Allen, those days on down to yourself, Jeremiah, Troy, Brian Dawkins, Jim Johnson as the defensive coordinator. I mean, it's always been about the defense. And even though this is an offensive league now, this city still identifies with the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, you know what's funny? Like, speaking of that defense, that's what Coach Quinn, while we're showing a picture of Coach Quinn here, that's what they're trying to get down here in Atlanta. You know, you're talking about Dante Fowler being here. You're talking about Grady Jarrett. They really haven't had those guys that have been getting the love that they deserve on that defensive side of the ball. For whatever reason, you know, you had the Hammers, and you know, we talk about guys like that.
Patrick Kearney, yep.
Like guys like that. But for whatever reason, Chuck Smith, shout out to my man Chuck Smith, but for whatever reason, they don't get the love that they deserve down here. Grady Jarrett's a beast. You know, Grady Jarrett's a beast. He's come in, you know, that's the Hammer's son. It's funny. The irony is that son and father out there on the field playing at the same time. That's pretty cool.
How about that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
How about that?
Man, you talk about, there's some great defenders that play for the Atlanta Falcons, man. Really is.
Yeah, you didn't even mention you got Ray Buchanan.
Ray Boo.
Yeah, you got Ray Buchanan down there. I'm trying to think. I know Patrick Kearney was pretty good when I played with him.
Oh, yeah, Patrick was the beast.
Yeah, PK. You got Keith Brooking. As a
Jumpy Gathers played down here too for a while, right?
Yep. Jumpy Gathers, yes sir. Claude Humphreys.
Yeah, Claude
Humphreys. Yeah. Claude Humphreys, another great defensive player with the Falcons. So, yeah, they've had their fair share of very good players. Scott Case, I mean, the safety out there right now. Scott Case is another good defensive player for their Falcons.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just, they got a good team, man. And you know what? They're kind of in the position now where the Eagles were a few years ago, you know, devoid of a Super Bowl championship. This city deserves one, man. Do you know how wild this city would be when they win the Super Bowl? You know, hate to bring up history, but
bring it up,
man. But come on, man. We're sitting there. I remember watching the game, the Super Bowl with my son, and he's like, "Dad, we're about to win the Super Bowl." I say, "Hey,
hold on,
it over." Oh, hey, because you know how it is, like
Tom Brady, yes sir.
That's Tom Brady. That's Tom Brady. And
yeah.
I mean, that was a tough one, man. That's a tough one, and I know, you know, people like to point to that when they talk about the woes of the Falcons right now. They still have a good enough team to get there, but this is the year, because the quarterback's not getting any younger. Julio Jones is getting any younger, but you have the offense that's built right now. If they can put together that kind of 30 or 40 point offense that they had the year they went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The way the defense is looking, they got a shot. They got a shot to make it to the Super Bowl.
I was going to say, defense obviously is going to be important for the Falcons, man. That division, when you add Tom Brady, just makes it a tougher division. So you look at Tampa, you look at New Orleans, obviously, Drew Brees and that offense. And even Carolina, I mean, getting Teddy Bridgewater there with Christian McCaffrey, I mean, I don't expect them to win the division, but you can't necessarily chalk those games up.
You can't count them out. But
you can't chalk those games up as wins.
Matt Rule, like as a rookie head coach, Matt Rule, he ain't even seen his play. He ain't met everybody yet. He's Zoom called him.
Right.
He doesn't know everybody's skill set. He doesn't know everybody's strengths and weaknesses. He's behind the 8 ball. And he's coming into a situation where he's still trying to figure it out. So they're probably going to be a team that's going to be, you know, they're going to be decent. They're not going to be really considered a threat, I don't think. You know, they're still going to be trying to figure it out. You got Drew and Tom Brady.
Oh, we got a turnover.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I don't know what Yeah, when I said we, I didn't mean we as in the
Yeah,
Falcons.
you letting it out.
No. I just meant.
You're analyst now. You made me lose my train of thought. You with all the yelling and screaming. I was telling the story, but anyway.
because I'm listening and watching the game.
But the bottom line is this: the Falcons have a chance.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Falcons have a chance. And it all depends on what the defense does. Bottom line.
Oh, so what happened there? Tommy McDonald fumbled that ball?
It looked like it. He got what they call a depleter. He got depleted.
That wasn't hitting the defensive player. He was defenseless.
Dude, you got to think though. This ain't this NFL that they playing in nowadays. This ain't that NFL. This is the NFL we grew up in. No disrespect to the players out there playing now, but you know how it used to be, boy. It used to be physical out there. We used to be able to actually get up on the line as a corner and be physical. Yeah, it was a different game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so that's actually a big stop there for the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, we got 18 seconds left. We try to score before the half. We might have a football game if they could do something.
Mm-hmm. So you like the Atlanta Falcons' chances in the NFC South this year? They're not going to be favored, but
no, they're definitely not favored. I think the favorite is going to be, well, it was, I would think, the Saints.
Right.
But you don't listen.
After recent events, yeah, you never know, yeah.
Hey, Drew Brees took a 10 gas lead.
Pick six.
Okay.
Oh, who is that? Is that Lito?
That's Lito Shepherd? Okay.
Oh, yeah, it is Lito Shepherd. Lito Shepherd out there with the pick six. I like it.
Okay, Lito.
Yeah, listen, I knew your squad was going to have problems scoring on us today, man.
So now that's what we're going now you want to start signifying. You just sat back about 2 minutes ago and said that you were going to be professional. And now that's what you wanted. That's what you're doing. All right, then. That's cool. I'm going to go ahead and take this L right now. It ain't over. We still got a whole half. We got a whole half. Hey, it ain't over till it's over.
Well, listen.
I
don't want you to listen. I don't want you to get in trouble back down there on the airwaves.
No, I ain't getting in trouble. But you know just as well as I do. It's only the half. It's a mistake. We still got a lot of football to play.
Okay.
We still got a lot of football to play.
I like
but
it.
I like how
it.
you just went straight from analyst straight to homer. Like it was Hey, let me find out when things start going your way.
Oh man, I couldn't help myself.
I see. It's starting to come out. We're sitting in this conversation. You starting to get off in your fandom. You cheer. You in the press cheer. We ain't never gonna get another job messing around with you.
We're gonna never get another job as analysts.
They gonna never invite us back. You're the reason why we can't have nice things.
Well, the one thing I was worried about, I'm like, I hope the Eagles don't get blown out in this game, man. It's going to be bad for me up here if the Eagles get blown out in this game.
For a virtual game, it's going to get bad? That's crazy.
Man, you know how our fan base is up here, man. We take everything serious.
Yeah, you're right.
Everything's serious. No, but in all seriousness, we've been breaking down the Falcons in the NFC South. What do you think about the Eagles in the NFC East? Pretty much a two-team race when we talk about the Eagles and the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But the Giants, and we got Ron Rivera up here in our division now with the Redskins. How you see the NFC East sort of playing out?
I tell you what, just because we know Coach Rivera, I think that, but you know this, watching the Redskins, they always give us fits. They've always given us fits.
Yeah.
And regardless to whatever the Washington Redskins got going on, they're going to come to play. No question about that. I don't know if you remember the year that they came to Philly in limos. They heard they drove the limos up to Philly instead of catching.
No, I remember that. No,
and beat the brakes off of us. And we would have remember that? So much so that Chris Samuels bust my lip. He bust my lip right here. And I asked Thomas on the sideline, I said, man, am I bleeding? He said, dog, you talking with 2 mouths. There was and the doctor had to come and put that glue.
The glue, yeah.
I couldn't get stitches until after the game.
Yeah.
So my mouth was stitched up. Like he hit me so hard.
Did you finish the game? Did you finish the game?
Of course I did, because he was talking too much. He was talking too much stuff for me not to finish the game. I couldn't let him get me like that. beast though. He was that one cat that you knew. Well, you know, you talking about a lunch pail game?
Yes, sir.
That was a 3-sandwich dude. You got to take 3 sandwiches and an extra drink when you went to work against that cat, because he was that dude.
Yeah, Chris Samuels played with he played with that mentality as an offensive lineman that you want all your you want all your guys to have, man.
And you know what's funny? You know what's funny? Had a chance to talk to him a couple years ago. Just the nicest guy. It's just like, you know how when you see like mean offensive linemen, and then when you actually see him and you get to see him off the field, such a nice guy. And you're looking at him like, damn, how do 2 people coexist in the same body? It's 2 totally different people.
When you put that helmet on, he turned into a different person.
Animal, man. I tell you. So they're going to be pretty good. The New York Giants, you know how that goes. You can never count the Giants out. It's just one of those divisions, man, that even though, you know, you talk about the quarterback situation they have going on up there, you just never know how it's going to shake out. And the Dallas Cowboys, I don't want to get them props just because I don't like the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, they have a pretty good team.
Got a good roster on paper. Yeah, no, you know, we all know they got a good roster on paper. So it's actually good to have the Eagles-Cowboys rivalry and have it actually mean something on the field. It always means something off the field, but it was a while there where we didn't have both teams good at the same time. Yeah, at the same time. So over the last 4 or 5 years, both teams have been pretty good and have gone back and forth. Even though the Cowboys haven't won a playoff game, and only won 2 playoff games, I believe, in the last 25 years.
Say that again, Reese. What was that? I couldn't hear you.
I think that they won only 2 playoff games in the last
something like that.
Years.
I mean, say it louder for the folks in the back.
Only 2
ain't that good as they think they are.
No, they just like.
It's not me being biased at all. I'm an analyst, and I'm just spitting the facts. And the facts are, like my man said, what? They only won 2 in what? How many years? It's been a minute.
25. Yeah, it's been about 25 years.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, it wouldn't be us if we didn't take at least
you got to do that. Hey,
you got to take at least one shot at the Cowboys.
Hey, we couldn't come back to Philly if we couldn't do that. You know, couldn't do it.
Hey, so let me get your thoughts, man, on Harold Carmichael getting in the Hall of Fame this year. How about that? He finally is going to go into the Hall of Fame later this summer. You and I have been knowing Harold since, 1998?
Man.
When we first got here in Philadelphia. It's great to see him get in the Hall of Fame.
Man, I'm telling you, man, that shout out to alumni. That's what we call each other now, because he say, you alumni now. You don't play no more, you alumni. Man, shout out to Harold, man. I remember Harold being at practice all the time and just, being that Eagle great and hearing great stories about Harold Carmichael, man, and things of that. They just being around. And just, being in a position where he could impart that wisdom to us as young guys when we were still, and to have that honor bestowed upon him, man, that's great. That's great. He's in the HBCU Hall of Fame too, so get a chance to see my brother.
Shout out to you in the HBCU Hall of Fame.
Mama, we made it. Hey man, it's like for me, honestly, just when Harold comes down, and you look at all the guys that are in the Black College Hall of Fame, man, it's a humbling experience because a lot of those guys are Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
If you think about HBCUs, like there's a movement now. Cats seem like they're starting to go back to the HBCUs, and when you look at how the NFL was built, it was built on the backs of a lot of those Hall of Famers.
Oh, sure.
HBCUs. So man, you talk about when I walked in that room, when it got bestowed upon me, I just sat back and I was like a little kid. I just was quiet. I'm looking around. I ain't got a whole lot to say because I'm just like, man, I'm in the room with a whole bunch of greats. Like, for real.
Did we just miss a 58-yard field goal?
That's what that was. Wow.
That's short. Oh,
was it short? No, that looked like that was good. Oh, they missed it.
I think it was to the right. Oh, man, so that gives the Falcons great field position.
Man, look, that might get Doug fired right there. Hey, can you imagine talk radio on the underbook after this game? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? What you do?
Oh, I thought you don't know. Doug doesn't punt. He's either going to kick a field goal or we're going for it on 4th.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Having that aggressive nature.
Yeah, we don't punt.
Super Bowl ring. Like, for real, Philly.
Hold on, I got to watch. I think they're going deep here. Play action
they
pass.
Have to.
play action.
On a turnover, you have to.
Oh, they
Oh.
Oh.
Not bad. Not bad run. Like 4-5 yard game.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make
This game is starting to get a little intense now because I see you starting to put your little chops on. Now you're starting to get into it a little bit. Hey, funny. Even though this isn't real, it's starting to ramp up a little bit, ain't it?
It's like what the great thing about what radio.com is doing with these simulation games. You can sit back and watch them, especially the greats, right? When they do the Legends games, and you got all these former players out there. It's like having an all-star game of your particular franchise. So I like seeing these matchups because these are the only places that it can happen.
Yeah.
It's in a video game. So to watch these greats get a chance to go up against each other. Yeah, I think you do start to get into it, especially once you get to the second half of the game.
Yeah, and then you start to see, like, even with the simulations, you start to see the players out there doing a little bit of trash talk. Because it's intense. And I can tell you, as a defender, being in a situation like this with the quick turnover, the one thing you do not want to do, Ike, is give up those points. You can't give up those points on a quick turnover.
Now, when you're talking about trash, Hugh, who was a good trash talker as a teammate, and who? Because I know you talk trash. Who gave it back to you out there on the field from the offensive side?
Man, I remember Brad Hop. I remember one time we were playing the Tennessee Titans, and Brad Hopkins.
Yep.
I was out there dog cussing Brad. Remember, because they played here in the vet.
I remember Brad Hopkins.
They went on like a 15-play drive. We were winning the game, and it was towards the end, and it was one play where Stevie Ned went and dropped back, and I got pressure on him. And I told B Hop, because they were on the 20, Ike. Now they're on their 20.
Yeah.
So we got like a minute on the clock or whatever. So I'm really talking trash. So I told B Hop, I'm like, I own you, B. And he looked, he popped up, and he said, what? He said, what? He said, come on. He said, come on here. He said, you don't talk to me like that. Ike, what'd I do that for?
Oh, no, tell me. Did he mangle you? Did he mangle you up?
I woke that sleeping giant up. That dude was talking trash. He whomped me. I ain't get close to the quarterback that whole 12-play drive. They left him on the backside by himself.
They probably was giving that thing to Eddie George.
Man, they gave it to Eddie. They were doing everything. Bottom line is they ended up winning the game, and I said, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna mess with B-Hop like that no more. I'm not gonna get him going because I was having my way with him the whole game for the most part. But at the end when it counted, oh man, that cat right there, man, woke up and he's got the whooping on me, and I'm like, Lord have mercy, I can't do that.
I do remember that game. That was another one of those close losses.
Bro, we had a whole lot of those games. Especially your first year. Remember when Emmy used to come in the room? Emmy used to come in the room and say, hey, listen, offense is probably going to, they're going to have their trouble. You're probably going to play most of the game. Yeah. And everybody used to look at each other and be like, you know what? Let's go.
Yeah. We're gonna have to try to hold them to 10 points today.
What? In the NFL? Are you crazy?
Because we weren't scoring more than 14, 13 points.
If we scored 21, that was a gift.
Oh, that's a gift right there for sure. Yeah, that was a gift. All right, Falcons get a field goal, 24-9. So you got a 2-score game. Now this will be coming up, Hugh. This will be a big defensive series for your Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, they got to get the ball back, man. And this is the thing. You got 7 minutes on the clock. As a defender, I'm thinking, dude, 1-2-3 punt. That's right. You don't want them to move the ball down the field. You want to try to give your team, your offense, the best field position that you could possibly give them. So you have to hold them. You can't get long. You can't get no 7-play drives, nothing like that. Mm-hmm. In the perfect world, Ike, we stop them right here. 1-2-3 punt. Good tackle. You got them behind a little bit on the 25, 26.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta hold them. You gotta hold them.
That was the great Tommy McDonald. You got Keith Byers coming out here.
Now, as a defender, I'm thinking first couple plays, they're not gonna take a shot. So we hunker down, play the run. They're going to probably try to do something with the run. So hunker down and play the run. I know I'm acting like I'm really calling this game, even though it's already been simulated, but I'm just saying.
No, but you're right, though.
You got to play the run. You can't give up. You can't give up the chunk yards. I back, single back, mean. Man.
Yeah, what? 3 tight ends in? Is that 3 tight ends?
Yeah, they run. They're like they're running the ball. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. See that right there? That's too much.
Yeah.
Let them line up and blow you off the ball like that. Too much separation.
Oh,
It's
Shady's back.
like this. You gotta penetrate. Penetration is the key for the defense. They gotta play on the other side of the ball.
The last run got 6. Now second.
No doubt about it.
They're coming to the right. Offense is left. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay.
Oh,
did he pick it? Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking. That's how you play defense right there. That's how you play defense.
is that Ray Buchanan? Who is that?
Who is that?
I don't know who that was. I can't tell.
That's how you play defense.
Okay. Ooh.
That's a good play.
Okay. All right, here's where this thing started to get tight at. This is about to get tight.
Yeah, I see you ain't got all that bravado in your voice now.
Here's where it starts to get tight at.
Yeah, and guess who gonna touch the rock? Guess who about to get this one? We going to Julio. We going to Julio.
Has Julio caught a ball today?
Yeah, he caught one. But guess what?
Okay.
He about to catch this one too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, see, I'm going to tell you who they need to go to. They need to go to Spartan Dog, Andre Rison, Michigan State's finest.
Yeah, bad move, Rising.
Rising, baby. Yes, sir.
Hey, listen, right there, take a shot. That's a take a shot situation. There it is, take a shot. Oh, that's a good play. Look, now you got me into it. Way to go,
Yeah.
Dirty Bird himself.
Oh, man, Jamal Anderson. You talking about a good running back, dude.
Could catch the ball out the backfield.
And
Big guy.
How many running backs have we seen where, and this is not a knock on Jamal Anderson, this is just how short-lived running backs' careers are. I mean, Jamal Anderson, touchdown, Julio.
Who's that? Julio, what I tell you? Boy, what I tell you about that boy Julio? What I tell you? He's still out there. This is what he about to do work. He about to put in work.
Hey, listen, man. I got Julio as the best receiver in football, man. That's just me.
I've had the pleasure of being around Julio. Julio is an anomaly, and let me tell you why. Julio likes to fish. Number one, he doesn't talk a whole lot of trash.
Country boy.
Out there,
Yeah.
play football. He doesn't have a whole lot of bravado. He just
Don't celebrate. Yeah, he don't dance. He don't celebrate. He don't do none of that stuff.
Man, listen, the one year they playing, it was the Cardinals, Patrick Peterson. Patrick Peterson was talking all kinds of trash. Julio Jones like, hey, well, you know, I thought he was kind of soft. Well, you know, I'm just gonna go out there and play. And that was like my first year. And I'm like, oh, Julio kind of soft.
Right.
And Julio went out there and worked that man like a shift. He killed him. But that's what he does, man. He just goes out there and he plays. He don't do a whole lot of talking. He just go out there and he play. And I respect him for that.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen, that's what you want. I mean, you want a guy who goes out there. He's actually a lot like Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I was about to say that Fitz.
Yeah,
But
a lot like
Fitz is like, no doubt a Hall of Fame player. And coming back for what is like his 20th season?
Yeah.
Could you imagine playing 20 seasons? 20?
No.
How many you get? 11? You got 11, right?
No, I got 9 in.
I got 10. Listen, my body feel like I played.
Hey, Hugh, it was when I got that 9 in, I said, yeah, it's over with, man. I ain't got nothing left to take.
Hey, listen, I tried to steal one more. I was trying to get one more. I wanted one more. They wouldn't let me have it though.
Listen, we always want that one more year. Let me get that one more.
Just let me get one. I just wanted one more. They wouldn't give it to me though. They told me, nah, big fella, you got to go.
I was trying to get the 10. I'm like, man, can I get that? I want to get that. You know how it is. Everybody want to say they played 10 years. So I'm like, man, I get as close as I do with 9. I'm like, somebody got to at least pick me up for at least
for a little, for the minimum.
Man,
but you got to think, man. Like, think about that. Like nowadays, like if, especially on the defensive side of the ball, you'll be lucky to get 6.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
The way that the game has changed and the way that they 2-2, you'll be lucky to get 6. You're lucky to get 6.
Well, especially in sort of my role as a backup player and a special teams guy. So they are basically taking special teams out of football nowadays. They're basically taking it out of football. And so the one thing I do like about today's game, though, Hugh, most of the linebackers look like my size nowadays.
No, listen, you were born too soon, dog. You were born too soon. You know, man, West Durham, I remember a few years ago, me and Wes were sitting out here talking about that he does Atlanta Falcons on the radio.
Oh, I know Wes. Yeah. I know Wes.
We were talking a few years ago, and he said specifically, "Hey, Hugh, don't none of those linebackers out there look like Jeremiah Trotter. These guys are built to play the pass that you have to be able to cover. You got to be able to cover a lot of ground, and it's a situation where you don't want a 2 platoon. You don't want to show your hand now. They want to get somebody out there that can be very, very versatile in the passing game because it's a passing league. So one way you can get a leg up is if you don't have to change your personnel because now the offense knows what you're in and they can adjust accordingly. So now you got guys out there that have to be able to run up the seam. They have to be able to cover receivers if they have to. And if need be, move in the middle and play a little bit of linebacker. Middle linebacker if you have to, out of necessity.
Yeah, man, and you better be able to cover those running backs coming out of the back.
Man, listen, you talk about, remember we used to do them fire zones in the defensive line? Man, that was my worst nightmare, trying to cover back out the backfield. Boy, they give me that little wiggle move, it was a wrap.
There we go on 2nd and 12.
Oh, man.
Right, Randall takes off. See, now plays like this, after you come off that good defensive stop, you can't have breakdowns like this because now we're starting to get into that point where you're playing against the clock. Now you're running out of time, and the Eagles know that. So now they're gonna play keep away with you.
Yep.
So games like this, you can't get bunched up. You can't have that mush rush in the middle. You got to keep your lane integrity, and you got to make him throw the ball down the field to give your corners a chance to make a play.
And plus, you want him to throw the ball, Hugh, because you want that clock to stop with incomplete passes.
Yes.
Right? Like you just said. You said the Falcons are not only playing against the Eagles right now they're playing against the clock. Yeah, you got to have enough time to be able to get that ball back. I know it's still a
Come on, man. Come on. That good. Because, boy, that could have turned into something ugly. Lost the yards on that one.
Hold on. Deion made that tackle?
Yeah, I was kind of into the problem. So Deion ain't about to tackle nobody.
Yeah, like Deion. He didn't. That was Jesse Tupper that got it.
The hammer.
Yeah. Deion came up first. Yeah. Come on, Deion. You got to wrap up.
You know what? You got to shout out the game because that's a true Deion Sanders tackle. They knew who they were. They knew what they were doing when they did that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let me ask you this: down there in Atlanta, is Mike still like the #1 athlete down there in Atlanta?
Mike Vick gets a lot of love.
Mike Vick. So when I was there, you had Dominique Wilkins, Deion Sanders, Hank Aaron, and Mike Vick. Those were your two biggest. Your four biggest stars.
Gets a lot of love now. Neek down here slinging them suits, man. Neek down here, on the billboards and everything. Neek is still the guy. But Mike Vick gets love. He gets a lot of love. It all depends on what neighborhood you're in. Well, he gets the most love, but yeah, he gets a lot of love.
I mean, what neighborhood you're in. Keeping it real.
I'm just saying, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Keeping it real. Yeah, man. Oh, man. So, football coming up, brother. What do you think football is going to be like this year, man? They're talking about possibly not having fans at best. I'm seeing some states where they're going to allow no more than 50% capacity. What do you think that's going to be like for football this year if we don't have fans at least at the beginning of the year?
I think it's going to be weird, without a doubt. And I heard, I think it was Alex Mack was talking about how for offenses, they're probably going to have to change their calls all the time because there's not going to be any fan noise. And you're going to be able to pick up the tendencies more. So they're probably going to change that week in and week out. That's something. But you know what, Ike, this is the thing. let's be real for a minute. The numbers for COVID-19 have spiked over the Memorial Day holiday.
Right.
And there's a good chance that it's still, some lady just walked past my window. She kind of fine. Lost my train of thought. But, okay. Back to what I was saying. So there's a chance that there's going to be some players that catch it. How does the NFL handle that? Do you shut the whole season down? See, that's the thing. I think, because when you start talking about contingency plans and things of that nature, you have to factor that in. What are you going to do if somebody catches it? And how many people have to catch it before you start realistically talking about the season down? Now, I don't think they want to do that. But if it becomes one of those things where it's just running rampant through the league because everybody's traveling and doing this, that, and the third, we might have a problem.
Yeah, you know what? I have to believe that there has to be some anticipation that you're going to have several new cases throughout the league, right? So, to me, once you start the league, I just don't know how you stop. I just don't know how you stop.
Yeah, that's the thing. That means, okay, since we're being real, so that means you just push through.
Right.
So now, that means there's going to be opportunities for other guys, as long as they're COVID-free, to play. So, with that being said, within earshot of this radio.com broadcast, if you play football at some level, if you're in shape, more than likely you'll probably get a phone call. I mean, that's just being real. I'm just being real, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's you're not going to shut the football season down. You're not. I can't see that happening, but you'll be foolish to think that going through a whole season that nobody's going to get it. So, you know what I mean? Even with this newfangled face mask and everything, it's not going to be, you're not just going to run through the whole season and everybody's just going to make it through. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I feel you on there. I feel you there. I think I'll be happy when the other leagues get started at the end of July next month, so that we can get sort of a window into how the leagues are going to react to it. Because I would imagine, whether it's hockey, whenever baseball decides they want to begin, or it's basketball, who a lot of players are starting to have some questions about the safety and the health concerns. Once these leagues start, they aren't going to stop the league.
Yeah,
so
they got to push through.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how they're able to manage these leagues that are in bubbles over the summer. Because the NFL, the one good thing for the NFL, at least for most of the stadiums, it's going to be outdoors. I know Atlanta plays in the dome, but for most of these stadiums, it's going to be outdoors. I'll tell you another interesting thing: the college football season. I know you're down there in SEC country.
Man,
college football is huge down there.
But you know what? The funny thing about that is, I was reading somewhere where a couple kids tested positive. I was looking at an email. I got it the other day. My producer sent it to me. Shout out to my man Abe Gordon. And he was talking to me about some school has already had 6 guys test positive in their workouts, and they had to shut it down.
Yeah, I can't remember which school that was. Yeah, I saw that too, where I think it was 6 kids. Oh, it was Houston.
Yeah, look at University of Houston is immediately suspending all voluntary workouts after 6 symptomatic student athletes tested positive. See, but the thing about college football, how many guys you have on the roster? How many guys did you have on the roster?
Man, it's about 90, right? About 90 guys on the roster.
You isolate. I mean, and I'm not trying to be insensitive to this situation. I'm not.
Sure.
So I just want to be clear on that. But when you're looking at it from the standpoint of trying to get things going, you're going to go back. Those 6 students are going to be isolated. You're going to go back and you're going to test everybody else. And you're going to keep this train moving. Because that's where we're at right now. That's
probably it, yeah.
That's basically what we've been told. Because when you talk about how much college football means to a lot of universities, they have to keep going. And, again, not trying to be insensitive to the situation because it's a dead serious situation.
Yeah.
They're gonna if the casualty, if the numbers go up, hey, we still got to play. Because, man, you're talking about potentially schools being closed down.
Oh yeah.
To play football.
Oh yeah. Now listen, I know, man. It's not going to be easy to get through. I think we as a public, was sort of ready to go and have it back, but I know that some of that is sort of our own selfish nature as sports fans.
Yeah.
You know, we want to get the sports back out on the field. But these players, man, whether it's college or whether it's professional, they have their own concerns. And I think that's what we're starting to see with the NBA as the players are starting to give a little pushback as to what the dynamics will be when they go down to Orlando to play, even though it seemed like everybody was in agreement with the proposal. Now these players are starting to find out more information as to what's going to be required of them, and some of them aren't necessarily ready to go. So even though we as fans may be okay with and we want the teams back out there on the field, man, I totally understand if any player has the concerns of, man, if this is not safe for me to do, I'm not doing it. I mean, I get it, but it's going to be some tough decisions that we make.
Yeah, and you talk about, man, there's so much, like over the past few weeks, there's so much information out there, and there's so many things that have changed. I don't know what to believe. I don't. As far as COVID-19 is concerned, I don't know what to believe. So I'm just going to play it safe. I'm not being a hermit. But
you're like me. We stay in the house anyway.
I wear my mask when I go out, and I get my temperature taken, and I just try to stay socially distant because we don't know. Because you know, 1 week you hear it's on services, then the next week it's not on services, and the Falcons just scored. We got a football game. We got a football game.
I knew you had
Dirty Bird Jamal. Look at him. We got a football game, Mike Reese.
I knew you had one eye on the game, so did I. I'm sitting there looking at this game too. I'm like, these jokers marching down the field on us.
Because I was going to say, that Malcolm Jenkins penalty on Julio Jones, that cost you. Malcolm Jenkins, to be out there fooling around that grown man. What did I tell you about the fourth quarter when it comes to Julio Jones?
Oh, man, we got the 2-point conversion. It's good.
We got a football game. I told you that boy Julio Jones in the fourth quarter now.
All right, now. All right.
Oh, I'm getting it. Oh, that's your way of telling me I'm getting a little bit.
I'm getting real excited right now. I feel you, though. I feel you.
Man, for this not to be real, this is exciting like football.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we got a 3-point game with, 11 minutes, 29 seconds to go. All right, the Eagles haven't, I think we only got, 3 points in the second half?
Man, listen, you see them. You see them dirty birds. You see them rising up.
Hold on, you know what we mean? Can I make a quarterback change?
Oh, it's too now. You can't do that. Now you ain't got. Hey, who you want back there now? Carson Wentz?
Yeah, buddy. I'm ready to bring in the Wentz back. I got to put the Bronco in there, man.
Shout out to Carson Wentz. Hey, somewhere looking like I can't believe nobody picked me.
I did see him out there as the placeholder for the field goal kicker. I'm sorry about that.
He made the roster.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, then, Carson.
He made the roster.
Hey, you know what? As a defender, this is when you want to hunt, because you know they're gonna try to play conservative. Hey, that's when you want to hunt. That's when you want to hunt. Sitting those linebackers. That's when they trying to stack the box. They trying to put everybody up front of the block. That's when you bring that pain.
All right, Doug. This ain't the time to get conservative. Now we got to start. We got to try to pick up first downs. Now.
Nah, they gonna play. Okay, you got 3 wides. Okay, what you gonna do? They coming.
We got to go to T.O. Oh, no, we still running the ball. B. West.
We'll give you that. We'll give you that all day. Because guess what this down is? This the money down right here. This is where you get your ears back right here. Come on, Abraham. I'm looking at what you got.
I think Jesse Tuggle done made 20 tackles today, man.
Oh, yeah, he a man. Look. That pass. That's a pass play. It's a pass. Ooh, it's a pass. Oh, hey, he hung him out to dry. Hey, way to go, Randall. Hey, throw that hook, throw that meat hook out there. Give our linebackers a chance to scrape to the sideline. Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't even a first down throw, man. Look, we 10 yards away from the first down.
He threw it too high.
Man.
Boy, this turned out to be a pretty good game.
Yeah. Yeah, now I'm nervous.
Yeah, you ain't doing all that talking now. I don't hear you talking now. Hey, you got 10 minutes on the clock. Come on, D. Come on, D. Somebody got to make a play right. Oh, we kicking. Oh, okay. We get the ball back.
Deion Sanders, let's go get him.
Oh.
Hold on. Deion back there. Hold on.
Oh, D. That ain't the Deion Sanders I remember. He missed. I need to call somebody. That wasn't indicative of what Deion Sanders brings to the table.
Hey, let me tell you, it's only a couple things I brag about as a former player. It's only a couple things I brag about as a former player.
What's that?
Tackling Deion Sanders twice is one of them. Getting a chance to tackle Deion Sanders on a punt return and actually making the tackles. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
All right, listen, man. Hey, listen, if you dunk on Michael Jordan, you better tell everybody about it.
Yeah, Deion was fast. It's just some people, like when you played on, like you had to actually be on the field. And there you go. Oh, you had to actually be on the field with him, man. Now, that guy right there that just ran the ball. Man, the first play I played against him, and it was Chris Chandler was quarterbacking, and they were playing Michael Vick, and they played the vet.
Yep.
First play, Michael Vick took off. So I'm running behind him, and I kind of ran him down a little bit. Oh, man, he ain't that fast. Like, you know that second time he came back, and he was about to pass it, but it wasn't there. And he took it.
Yeah.
I almost blew both my hamstrings trying to catch. I'm like wide open, and he just glided. Man, that cat was so fast. I was like, yeah, I'll never let this cat get outside contain on me. Oh, come on.
I done seen that dude. I done seen that dude outrun wide receivers and DBs. Now check this out. I'm not talking about the game. I'm talking about guys who thought
they could outrun
that they could outrun Mike Vick. Okay, we'll wait after practice. Everybody we're gonna watch. Man, I done seen Mike Vick smoke anybody who tried to race him.
You know what? Like real talk. Michael Vick like what? Almost 35, almost 40.
Yeah, Mike got to be 40 by now. Yeah.
So okay, if Mike, Mike
close to it, close to 40.
He ran like a 4.2 something like that when he was playing quarterback. Mike probably right now run like a 4.5.
Easily a 4.5 right now.
That's still fast. That's still fast. Man,
he still give you a 4.5. Yeah, he still give you a 4.5 right now.
All day.
Easily. Yeah, easily. Yeah, I remember when he came to Philly in 09 and 10.
Was the Shady was trying to race him?
Yeah, when Shady was trying to run, I'm like, nah.
Yeah, Mike is an animal, man.
I got the text message. It wasn't close. I got that text message. It wasn't even close.
And this was he was an old cat then, right?
Yeah, man. He'd been in the league 10 years by then.
Yeah, still got a motor.
Man, still running. Yeah.
He threw one of the prettiest balls too, man. And it was oh, here we go. Yeah, you didn't give that man too much room. I'm starting to feel real good about my chances. And the clock is being eaten. Look at Dan Quinn using that clock management like that. Way to go, Quinn.
Oh, man.
You know, if we're going a good drive, you only get the ball with like 3 minutes left on the clock. You know, we're getting our ears back. We're going to pin you back, and then we coming after you. Because Randall's starting to show signs of aging a little bit.
Well, we got to go. Hold on. We might need to go to 5. It's 5 is our backup quarterback, I think.
Man, they ain't about to put 5 in the game, man. 5 ain't coming out there for that. Oh,
Mike just taking off.
Oh, come on, Mike. You got to get down, man. That was that dog.
That was dog.
That dog hit you like that, man.
Hey, listen, we saw that in real life, remember?
Yeah. Dog used to be like, hey, dog.
Man.
Dog caught me one of those one day. He caught me with one.
Oh, friendly fire? Oh, yeah, you get hit with some friendly fire now.
Yeah. They're out there praying for me.
Remember the hit he put on Michael Vick in the playoff game?
Yeah, he folded him like a tent.
Yeah, man. I remember Mike talking about that hit later.
He got up from it though, but he was rattled. He was definitely rattled.
He said, man, it felt like my soul left my body.
Get in the upper room. Uh-oh. All right, they're in the 20. Oh, they got max protect. What they gonna do?
3rd and inches. Mike taking off.
Oh, got the first. Oh, We got a game. We got a game. Hey, you know what? If they take the field goal, we're still in good standing. Still in a good.
Spit it out.
Spit it. Okay, I didn't got so excited.
Oh
man. Hold on. You know what? Quietly though, I ain't heard too much from this Philadelphia Eagles defense since the first half.
Man, since the first half, for real.
Hey, it was all good just a half ago.
Oh man.
Oh, that's too much time in the pocket. That's a touchdown.
Oh my God, the Tony Gonzalez.
Oh, we got a football game. Now, we got 5 minutes left on the clock.
Oh, we got
I don't think Randall got it in him, dog. I don't think he got it in him. I love him to death. But boy,
we got plenty of time.
Okay.
Plenty of time, baby. Come on, Randall. Now we got to go.
If my memory serves me correctly, I don't remember ever no 2-minute drives that Randall had been a part of. Not trying to hate. Not hate.
Right. No, we got to go to now we got to go to the Randall Cunningham that was with the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, you're talking about yeah. But
they were slinging that thing everywhere.
Yeah, I remember that. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh no, we don't want to go to that, Randall. I forgot he lost to the Falcons in the NFC Championship game.
Oh yeah,
remember the Falcons beat Minnesota.
Yeah, you going through the history books with that one.
Yep.
What you gonna do?
Oh man,
I got a feeling. I see it like I see a turnover. In the future.
That's not what that's not what I want to hear right now.
No, I'm just saying. Like I just feel that, man. Because like you got a defense right now in the Atlanta Falcons that's playing with a lot of momentum, and you know they're chomping at the bit. 5 minutes left on the clock. They can smell it. They've been down. This has been an adverse situation the whole game.
Yeah.
Now they're in this situation with 5 minutes left. Let's see.
Come on, Randall. Listen. We got Harold Carmichael, you got Tommy McDonald, you got T.O., you got Mike Quick, and you got B. West and Shady coming out of the backfield, man. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
You got a lot of weapons.
And you got Zach. Look at that defense. They got the ears pinned back. They coming.
And we got Zach Ertz and tight end.
That's too much time. Come on, Chuck.
Here we go.
Chuck.
Show him how to do it, Randall. See, that's the originator right there, Randall.
Yeah. That's the run. No question about it.
Mike just did his thing, running the ball down the field.
Yeah.
Now Randall
got to show off. Now we're about
to show you. Now we're about to show you a little bit. Ooh, that ball down the field, Randall. Nice. We're already in scoring. We're already on the hold on, Scott Case. Hold on.
Yeah, that was a whiff.
Hold on, Scott Case. Hold on. T.O. pumped up. Now we got to take care of the ball now. Take care of the ball.
It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
Okay.
Like a hot night.
But in this situation, the clock is not your friend because you're moving the ball down the field too fast. You're leaving us too much time on the clock.
Something tells me that's what it's going to come down to, our defense versus your offense.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. What's the score? We down by what? 3 or 4?
It was 27-31. That's 3, right?
Oh, so no. Boy, 4. I tell you, that's Central State education.
I tell you what, man. Math is not my strong subject, dog. Not that quick math. It takes me. I need a piece of paper and a pen.
Oh man!
Shout out to the young lady that helped me in math class at school. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. We all had one.
Hey, didn't stick.
Yes. So we can't kick a field goal. We got to score.
You got to score. But then, 4 minutes left on the clock. You got to slow this pace. Like you're in position. Yeah, you got to score.
But we ain't got time to wait.
Yeah, like what'd you say?
Ooh. I said we can't be choosy. We got to get in there.
Yeah, you got to get in the zone. You got to get in the zone. But we still got time on the clock though. Man, it's going to be wide.
And you got your 3 timeouts. You got your 3 timeouts.
When you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it.
You got a good game here. Good game.
Man, it did turn out to be a good game.
Get that thing to B West. Let him run it in there.
No, that's something going up top. I knew. Yeah, I saw that. That felt like a screen. That felt like something quick. I mean,
I don't know who that DB is. Lawrence. Who is Lawrence?
See, I don't know. Because when they gave me the names, they didn't get a first name. Got
Right.
The last name. It's like you're supposed to know you play football. I don't know every football player that played.
Well, I thought it might be Asante Samuel.
Asante was out there, but I think he was with the Eagles, wasn't he?
Now from the 9,
Is he with us?
I thought I saw Asante.
Second and 9 now.
Ooh, come on, man. That's too much time. That's too much time.
He dropped it.
That was a Cletus. No, he didn't drop it. He got hit. He got kissed in the mouth.
Hold on, B West don't drop balls out of the backfield.
Oh, he got kissed.
B West don't drop balls out of the backfield, man. Oh, it's third down. Hold on, it's third down.
Uh-oh. What you gonna do?
What
you gonna do?
We supposed to be throwing the fade route up to Harold Carmichael. Oh, Randall.
Oh, too much room. Come on. Oh, he didn't get it. He didn't get it. He didn't get it. He didn't get it. Way to go, Lawrence.
Oh, you got to dive in there, baby.
Hey.
Oh, we got to dive in there.
Hey, way to step up. Hey, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Doug? What you gonna do?
Oh, we going for it.
You got
We're going
to.
for it. We're going for it. We're going for it.
What you gonna
Check
do?
this out. Check this out. Randall went to the sideline. Let me tell you what Randall just went to the sideline and said on 4th and 1. He said, "You want Philly?"
I knew that you was gonna come with that. Hey, not today. Coach Quinn watched film too.
Hold
He
on.
watched film too.
Randall said, "You want Philly?" Doug said, "Why not? Why not? Sure." Oh no, we ain't going Philly here. I don't know what this is. This is a quarterback sneak.
This is like a draw. This is like a sneak. Yep. Oh.
Oh!
Did he score?
Touchdown!
Oh man.
Touchdown! Oh, Pete Retzlaff, Hall of Fame tight end. Yes.
Hey, that was a good play.
Yes. There you go. Pete.
But guess what? We still got time on the clock.
There you go.
And we got Michael Vick. And Julio. And Roddy. Roddy ain't made no noise in the second half.
He ain't made no noise yet.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, we got a 2 minute. Hey, we got minute 57. That's enough time. Hey, boy.
Man, I can't believe we went empty backfield set and kicked to throw that ball. All right.
Come on.
There we go.
Hey, come on.
3-point game. 3-point game. Here we go. Here we go.
Boy, they got intense.
Well, listen, just in case anybody was wondering who I was rolling with today.
I see you, man. No, I live in Atlanta. I live in Atlanta.
Oh man. This actually turned out to be more fun than I thought it was going to be fun, but it turned out to be more fun than I thought.
I'm telling you. And you know they just opened up the pool in my complex, and there, I can see everybody walking to the pool. Yeah. Hey, all right. Yeah. You know, some things don't change.
Yeah. This will be a good day for you to sit in the window and check it out.
Hey, man, I'm going to go. Hey, listen, when I get off with this, I'm going to go ahead and take me a nap and go and watch the TV. And say, hey, look at all y'all. Hey, the coronavirus carriers. Hey, y'all have fun. Have fun.
Awesome.
Come on.
All right, defense. Let's go, Gang Green. Let's go, defense. All right, Hugh, I need you to make a play.
That's weird. I'm really torn. Like, this is talk about torn.
Right.
What I'm happy about right now is that it was a great game.
Right.
But man, I want to see how this drive's gonna work out. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Well, he should have took off. Now you talking about one play? He should have took off. You should have took off right there.
Boy, I tell you, I ain't seen 5'8" out there all day. I don't get no TikTok today, huh?
Okay, my man Sean, my underboss, Roland Lawrence. He played in the 70s for the Falcons.
Okay.
Roland Lawrence. Hey, that's my underboss. That's my underboss. Looking out for me. Hey, you know what? You talk about a guy that listens to the station religiously every day.
Yeah.
And will shoot you that information when you don't have it in front of you.
He called that?
27 yards there, a first down.
That's Roddy White.
Yeah, he caught that.
Okay.
Hold on. So what was you saying about Sean?
Oh no, he's the guy that, man, just looking out for me. Oh, that was a beautiful catch. Just sending the information, making sure I'm on point. You know, since I got that math that I didn't pay that much attention to in class. And amongst other things.
Right.
Come on, shotgun. Come on now.
Back to throw.
Come on, Vic. What you doing, man? Come on.
Well, he got to give you one or two of those throws. Again.
Yeah, I mean, but damn, late in the game. Come on, Douglas.
Boy, that's a hell of a defense right there, man. I don't even know how they moving the ball at all.
Second and 10 after the incompletion on first.
Come on, Hugh, get to the quarterback.
He's back to throw.
Okay, Vic. You gonna get somebody killed throwing across the middle, man. What did he throw?
An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's
He held on to it though. Who made that tackle? Was that concrete, Charlie?
What am I complaining about? Get off me. Oh, I ain't trying to hit it. Oh yeah, Jim Johnson in my ear cussing me out. Kevin Douglas, keep contained. It ain't my fault. He's back.
Ooh,
That was a play right there.
Yes, sir.
What a huge play at this point.
Hold on, Hugh. It's 4th down, baby.
Oh,
4th down.
come on, Dirty Bird.
Here we go.
I'm sorry, I still got faith in my defense, but come on, man. We ain't going out like this. We are not going. Look at the defense. They was like, look, keep bringing them. They over there ready to go. Look at me talking fast. You see, Grady, they ain't afraid of this moment. Come on, Vic. There we go.
Oh,
there we go.
No.
There we go. Who was that? Who was that guy that I was telling you about in the 4th quarter? That's that guy I was telling you about in the 4th quarter.
He got 9
Look at that. Laser.
9 catches for 100 yards already.
Man, come on. Fix it, G. Fix it.
Defense. Donk ain't made a play yet today.
Oh!
Donk ain't made a play.
Hold on to the ball. There he did. He's made a play. Hold on to the ball.
No, I'm talking about a play on the ball in the air.
You want a decleater.
Yes, sir. I want that interception.
We got like 30 seconds. Come on, we got a timeout. Come on. What you gonna dial up, Coach Quinn? Come on now.
Douglas, get to the damn quarterback, Douglas. Get to the ball.
How many timeouts we got? 3? We got a timeout?
No, you got 1 left.
Oh hell. Come on now.
Got 1 left.
Okay. Come on. Come on.
1 timeout.
That first down completion.
We in good position.
Get to the quarterback.
That's a lot of time. Come on, Vic.
Oh,
yes.
No.
Yes. Oh, come on. Come on, baby. Come on.
Oh, my God. Come on.
Come on.
Man,
Yeah.
Come on.
At worst, we're going in overtime.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're in field goal range.
At worst, we're going in overtime. At worst.
Well, that's why they let the clock run like that.
Yeah. We in position. Listen, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, Doug?
Hold on. No,
hold on. Yeah, well, that's a run play. Why they got me out there, man?
Hold on, you was right. Asante Samuel's out there with us. There he is.
Yeah.
He's with the Eagles.
Oh, he's
scared.
Come on. This thing's in mine.
Scared you're kicking a field goal?
Hey, listen.
What are you scared of?
They can't get out of it. They going for it. Because we like what we got over here. Michael Vick about to score. How about this?
I was talking trash to Ducks.
Quick slant to Julio. Quick slant. Because you ain't got nobody out there that can cover.
Oh, they is kicking a field goal.
This to potentially send us to overtime.
Fake field goal, fake field goal.
And his kick
We got overtime.
And they will tie this game here in the final
Oh, man.
Hey, where's all that bravado you had in the second half?
Oh, man.
settled in for a little overtime.
Man, you must be done scored, what, 28 points in the second half. You only had 6 at halftime.
No reason to
Yeah.
think it won't continue in the extra period.
Outscored us 28-10.
Man, this has been a pretty good game.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah. Well, only if the Eagles win is it a real good game. Only if the Eagles win.
Yeah, Bay Lawrence, he was born March 24th, 1951, is a former professional American football cornerback.
So here comes the kickoff now.
Played
Okay.
his entire NFL career for the Falcons from 1973 to 1980. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, 1980. I didn't really come in to the Falcons until what, like 82, 83?
Yeah.
Gerald Riggs, Billy White Shoes Johnson,
Yeah.
Claude Humphreys.
That was a great play, though. Shout out to Bay Lawrence. He put us in position that we in right now.
Hold on, we ain't done yet. Randall got a strong arm.
He do. He got 8 seconds left. He ain't about to throw that. Hey, you play for the second half. You play for
Time
the
out.
second quarter.
Time out.
You about to take a shot?
We got to
All right,
take one shot.
Taking a shot.
We got to take one shot.
Man,
We got to take one shot. Give
listen.
me one shot.
Listen, I know what better not happen. This game better not end on the field. Hey, somebody gonna have to see me. Hey, somebody in the car gonna see me.
Randall can get it there. Get it there, Randall. Get it there, Randall. Oh.
Okay. I was about to say. All right. We got overtime.
We got overtime.
Yeah, way to score in the second half. Way to go.
Nah, y'all did good. Y'all did good.
We're gonna win the coin toss. Are we playing the new rules where you gotta score and if we score it's a wrap? Was it the field?
Well, yeah. No, if you score a touchdown, yeah, I'm assuming it's
Yeah,
over
we
with.
scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
The game is over at that point.
Who won? Eagles won the toss. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. We don't even want the Falcons to get the ball. Let's go.
You just gotta step up.
Let's go.
Okay, that's not bad. Not bad.
Come on, Randall. That's Tommy McDonald.
Muddy Waters. Andre Muddy Waters.
No, that's Ricky, ain't it? Is that Muddy Waters? I don't know. I don't know which one it is.
I think it might be Ricky Waters.
I don't know if it's Ricky or Andre. Probably, it might be Andre. It might be Andre. Oh, you might be right. You might be right.
Yeah, 'cause I can't see Ricky playing special teams, can you? But then again, I can't see Andre Waters playing special teams either.
One of them. Here we go.
That look like max protect right there.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll start
Oh no, run play, okay.
a pickup of about 3 yards as he's
Come on,
taken
Doug. What are we
down.
doing? That Shady got 29 yards on 11 carries, man. What are we doing?
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense.
They got Jason Peters out there. Okay, Jason Peters.
So it's not just
Mike Quick ain't touched the rock in the second half, huh?
mentally. Are you
Don't wake him up.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, he
Don't wake
touched
him
the rock.
up. We still running the ball. What
That's
are
what
we
I'm
doing?
talking. You see Grady Jarrett? His mama fine, but did I mention to you that Grady?
Taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss.
Shout out Mama Jarrett. Really cool person, man. Great person.
He ain't that. Listen, he ain't that cool. You keep saying his mama fine. He gonna be looking for you.
You know what? To be honest, I've seen Grady. He ain't said nothing to me yet. I'm waiting for him to be like, leave my mama alone. He ain't said anything. I think I'm cool.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening
Well, you
drive
wild,
overtime
boy.
as they look to convert. Now a first throw here in overtime.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
What y'all doing? Hey, Dion in the secondary. Where's Dion?
Over there on T.O.
Yeah, I guess that makes.
Listen, that's Tommy McDonald right there. That's
Oh yeah,
another Hall
touchdown
of-
Tommy ain't no joke.
Yeah, got another Hall of Fame receiver right there. Another Hall of Fame wide receiver right there.
You've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the play.
Got some pretty good ones.
Yeah. Yeah, you got, and now he's starting to find them, which is not making me happy right now. Come on, D. Come on, Abraham. Come on now. Ain't heard your name in a while. Not bad. Not bad.
Nice. I'm surprised the Eagles and Falcons aren't even playing each other this year. We normally play each other every year.
I'm glad they're not playing each other this year.
So you tired of dealing with that?
Man, I'm telling you, it seems like every year since I've been here, they've been playing, and they had a petition one time to send me back to Philly because I picked.
They wanted to send you back to Philly?
No, and you know what though? And the thing about it is, I picked against the Eagles before, but I just picked. You know how you pick? You analyze the game.
Sure, yeah.
The way you see it, you think it's gonna go. Hey man, they were trying to send me back home. Well, this is home. They were trying to send me back to Philly.
Oh man.
It was wild.
Yeah. Man, that is crazy. That is
fun, though,
crazy.
Man. It's like, it's amazing how, like, we all come together to watch football, but whoever you root for, whoever you align with, that's where the line is drawn.
Yes, sir.
Fans, man, Saints fans and Falcons fans, man, come
Woo.
on.
Yeah, I found out about that rivalry when I was down there. Yeah, I was like, okay, it's like Eagles Cowboys.
Yeah,
Eagles,
I was
Giants.
listen, man. Shout out to my co-host John Fricky. He doesn't even call it New Orleans. He calls New Orleans Stinky Town. That's what he calls it. Stinky Town. Because he says it stinks. Don't want to give New Orleans no props on nothing. The food, nothing. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
On second down, it's McCoy.
Ooh, yeah. It's getting physical.
Yes, sir.
You see that running the ball like this when you know the defense is a little tired. When that run starts to pay dividends.
And you just lost Jesse Tugger.
Yeah.
He just got injured.
Man, that's when you know the run starts to pay dividends. Cats getting balled up a little bit.
Let's go, Randall. Let's go, Randall.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No.
Then I thought we got kicked off.
Who's that, Tommy Novus? Okay, shout out to Tommy Novus.
Yeah, Tommy Novus. Yeah.
Okay, Tommy.
Yeah. Another great one. Another great one.
Especially tough in the
Another
middle
great
third
one.
of the field where he threw that one. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Yeah, go back to running the ball. Woo. Don't do him like that, Shady.
Oh, man, stop it.
Look at that, Shady. Let's go, baby. All right, now we don't got time to sell it for 3 points. Let's go. We got to get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, we got to keep you from out of the end zone.
Yeah, let's go, Shady.
They certainly can,
Woo.
and because of that run,
That's a
Carrying the
great
ball
move.
like, look, he's carrying the ball like a loaf of bread still.
Yeah, and overtime. Smart move. Look at me now. I'm being way not to protect the ball. Way not to be a student of the game. You're a showboat.
Well, I give him credit. He typically does it all the time.
Yeah. You think Shady got another year in him?
I think he does, man. Listen, I'm trying to get him here in Philly.
Yeah. That be. Hey, it's always great to come back home. I did it.
How did we drop that?
Hey, that hit it. Beat him up, ball. Beat him up. Beat him up, ball.
Oh, listen, we got interest in Devontae Freeman too.
Yeah, Devontae listen, and this is what I said. Know your worth. Devontae Freeman want more, you know what I'm saying? He wants money that he's probably not gonna get.
Game time.
Is this game over? I'm
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Really?
On the road to victory.
Really?
Fly, Eagles, fly. Good touchdown.
That was a good game though. That was closer. You beat us
Hit
on
'em
the rushing yard.
low, hit 'em high.
So you just
And
go.
watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly. On the road to victory. Come on, Hugh. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles.
don't even know what to say. It was a good game. I don't like this
man.
feeling that I have right now. I'm a
Oh
little.
man. Oh man. No, that was a good game, dog. Great
It really
job.
was. It really was.
A lot of fun, man. It's amazing, right? Like you and I, we talked prior to this, and we're like, man, let's not screw this thing up and make sure everybody having a good time and enjoying
That's
it.
it.
And we come in here, man. I had more fun doing this than I thought I was, man. I appreciate
it was fun. You know, it's a great time to spend Saturday. And shout out to everybody that tuned in to check us out.
Thank you.
Shout out to all the Falcons and the Eagles fans. We hope we entertained you. And
yes,
I don't know. We might not be allowed to do this again. I don't know because I know the boss of the intercom probably watching, and I don't know how they feel about this. So I don't know. I'm gonna wait and see. I'm pretty sure as soon as we hang up on this call, I'm gonna probably get a phone call to just to let me know how it went. So I'll let you know. We'll figure it out.
No, I'm pretty sure they'll enjoy it, brother. It was fun, and quite frankly, I don't know if I could have done it with anyone other than you and had this much fun. So thank you. Thank you too, man.
I'm glad you did it. You know, anytime we can hook up, I can do anything together. I'm all for that because we always have a good time.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon, man. Love you.
Deuces.